Hello everyone, the Kentucky Patriot here. Today we're going to be talking about weapon mounted light, particularly on your EDC or carry rig. We've discussed them and showed you many times before in a couple other videos and other scenarios on weapon mounted lights for home defense or out in the field. Well, today we're going to be specifically talking about EDC, and in particular this light, the HL110 series from, I hate to pronounce it because I'll probably pronounce it wrong, but VOTATU. So we're going to get it up on my EDC. We're going to get it set up here, tell you a little bit more about it, so stay tuned. Many lights, many different ones to choose from. This one in particular, I'll leave a link in the description below, but I'm going to open it up here. This gives you user manual, excuse me. Little fancy box here. Let's see. Little Allen wrench there. We're going to talk about the pros, the cons. The charger. Got the mounting pieces. And here's the moment we've all been waiting for, the light itself. Very small, very compact, very solid built. And we're going to mount it up to my EDC. Like I said in other videos, and I'll try to turn this maybe different ways where you can see it. But I have talked multiple times about home defense weapon mounted lights. And like we said, you know, for your rifle, maybe out in the field, in the brush for a bug out situation. But now today, this is specifically on a pistol. This is more your everyday carry. And I will get it mounted up here, and we'll talk a little bit more about it. Of course, it's got all the installation instructions, everything, but real quick before I do mount it, I thought this was really cool. This is the charger, and it's magnetic. I mean, it's just really cool. I thought that was just, and it sticks right on there, and that's magnetic, and just plugs in. This I thought was really neat too. I'll shine against this wall here, but this is ambidextrous, so I mean you literally just, you leave it on if you want to. Got some strobes, distress signal, and literally just a push of a button. Either side will turn it on or off. Very bright, but again, if that was really cool, I mean, man, you can charge it, just boom. Neat little rig there, so. Now, without further ado, I will mount it and we'll discuss a little more of the pros, the cons, the uses, and see how it fits on my gun. Alrighty guys, here we are all set up. The installation process took just a second, very easy. As you can see, we are absolutely positively clear. No magazine, nothing in the chamber, clear as a bell. Okay. Real quick, these are your little installation pieces, and this, you got some smaller, some wider, so for your Glock, your SIGs, whatever the case may be. This is my carry gun, has been for years. It's the Smith & Wesson M&P compact. This is chambered in .40 caliber, fit right on there, just great. Installation really super simple. I mean, it's got instructions there, but guys, any of you that's familiar at all with any kind of rail system, you know it's going to be an easy mount for you. Like I said, it literally took seconds. Installation's all right here, and these little parts will fit whatever gun the case may be that you have. And then again, you push this button on either side. It is ambidextrous, as I showed you earlier. So this is where your straight trigger finger should be anyway. I mean, so the placement on this, of course, on your rail system, you can move this up or down. But as you can see, it fits my hand absolutely perfect. So you push it once like that, and it tells you on here, if you want to push it and hold it, it'll stay on. You can push it, and as you take your finger off, it tells you all about the operation here. You know, the momentary on and off. Press and hold the switch button for momentary on. Release the switch and the light will go out. If you want a constant on or off, just single click the light button and it'll activate the light and it'll stay on for you. So if you want it as you want it on, you hold it manually. If not, you just turn it on and off, or you click it twice and you've got the strobes. Pretty simple, pretty easy to follow. It's 800 lumens, and for some of you guys, I know what you're going to say. How does it balance? How heavy it is? And usually I tell you, I don't know. I didn't weigh it. Well, today I don't have to weigh it. The weight is 62.2 grams. So not heavy at all. And again, those are the rail keys, shows you how to mount. Very simple process, very easy installation, and a very bright light. So, I mean, it's really great for what it is, and I really like it, and I love how easy it is, the simplicity of getting it on and off, how easy it is to mount, how sturdy it's on there, and the finger placement where you activate the light is where your straight trigger finger should be anyway, so that way it's not going to interfere with any of your trigger. It's not in the guard. It's not going to interfere with anything like that. And again, as I showed you earlier, this is ambidextrous. It is really sleek. I really like it. And I do want to say this up front, make sure you understand this. I'm not getting paid by this company. This company does not give me a kickback. I'm not making a commission. So don't think, oh, he's trying to sell me something. I just love to review products. I love to show products on this channel. I love to talk about things, especially this kind of a hot topic right now. And if you have any questions about this light, let me know. I'll leave a link in the description below. Let me know if you tried it, do you like it, what's your thoughts about a weapon-mounted light. I'm going to set this right here and cut this episode of the video off, but then we'll talk about the pros and cons of a weapon-mounted light and why you should or should not be carrying one. When I make videos like this, I hope you guys know me enough by now that I'm not lecturing you, I'm not talking down to you. But what it is, a lot of times we'll get asked about topics, and it's so much easier for me to refer them to a video than it is for me to try to comment more than once about a specific topic, okay? Or a lot of times I'll say, I'm gonna make a video if I keep getting the same question. So weapon-mounted lights and the pros and cons and why you should or shouldn't carry one. And again, the choice is up to you. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you, if you do choose, I love this option, okay? It's sleek. I like the way it's designed. I'm giving you an idea. Again, I'm not a salesman. I'm not making money. I mean, my little tiny channel, they're not giving me huge commissions or any commission to sell products. This is just a topic, and I love the gun community. I love accessories. So we'll talk about a weapon-mounted light. Now, the big con is it probably won't fit in your holster as is. You're going to have to get a holster that is accessible to this and the accessories. So when you buy that, be aware it's not going to fit in your common holster that you're probably using now, okay? That's number one. And you say, well, duh, that's obvious. Well, sometimes you don't think about that. Then when you get it and go to carry it, it's like, oh, then it's like, oh man, now I've got to get a holster. So I just want to tell you up front, that's something to take into consideration. Something else, guys, this does not take the place of your carry flashlight, okay? So the reason being is, even though this light works great, it's easy. You don't have to even take this thing off the charge. I mean, I showed you this earlier. I mean, it's literally, you know, but here's the thing, guys. This is a loaded weapon. And I don't care if you, even if you say, well, I'm not carrying one in the chamber, it's still, you do not point a loaded weapon at somebody. Most of you guys I know are going to be carrying one in the chamber, ready to rock and roll. So do not use this. Yeah, but I got a straight trigger finger, my finger's on the trigger. Do not use this to see what's going on, okay? What this is for is in a concealed carry situation when your life's in danger and you want to identify the threat, you want to get a good shot placement on the threat, and you want to make sure the threat is like, when you turn it on manually, and I didn't show you this, but here's another thing. This is how I hold my gun anyway. If I wanted to, I can do it with this thumb. Now, I probably wouldn't. I would probably operate it with the finger, and in general, I would just turn it on. I wouldn't make it, as I hold it, the button in, I would just turn it on and leave it on. But if I need to, I can easily access this with my thumb, okay? Finger, thumb, no problem, no problem. Either way. But I would turn it on, leave it on, and then engage if I needed to. And that is what it's for. In a self-defense, life or death situation, to identify the threat, be able to see the threat, what's behind it, because you know it's important to know your target and what's behind it, and to make sure it lights up the situation. You can identify your target at night, make sure you put the shots where you want to. I'll tell you what it's not. This is the big con of a weapon-mounted light, is a lot of people say, well, I've got a light on my gun, I don't need a flashlight now. That is false. You do not want to be pointing this loaded weapon at anything and everything to lighten up over here, especially if it's not a concealed carry situation where your life's in danger. Especially if you have, let's say, a flat tire, or you're walking down the road or whatever. You don't want to be lighting up everybody and their brother with a pistol. I mean, somebody sees you pointing a pistol at them, they, you know what I'm saying? So this is not. This is what you want to do with another light, not a weapon-mounted light. You look around, you change your tire, you do what you need to do. You look, you walk, you move, you drop something. You know, I don't want to be dropping something looking with my gun. Again, this is for self-defense, concealed carry, engage the threat, know your target and what's behind it only. It's not to replace your carry flashlight, okay? I can't stress that enough. So please don't go get one of these and say, I don't have to carry a flashlight anymore. Yeah, you do. Two totally different purposes. And this is also good in a stressful situation. I mean, like I said, if you did have to engage, you had to call 911. You know, you could actually unmount this real quick if you had to with an Allen and then flash somebody down. Again, it shouldn't be in place of your flashlight. If your flashlight got knocked out of your hand, there was an engagement, you had to draw this. You can get somebody's attention. You can point it in the air, let law enforcement know where you're at. Do not point this at law enforcement. They don't know who the bad guy is. That's another con. So don't try to flag law enforcement down with this and they see a guy with a gun. They don't know who the bad guy is when they get on the scene. If they hear there's a shooting, they're going to come on high alert. They're going to come with their life in mind. They're going to make it home to their families. And if they see a guy like this, they may think you are the bad guy. So again, do not be pointing this at everybody and anybody, although you can use this to, flag somebody down or whatever the case may be. But use common sense, use your head. Another thing is people say it affects their shooting. I don't know how it would or could. I mean, maybe it does you. I'm not trying to brag or boast, but I mean, I can shoot the same with or without this. This does not affect me at all, okay? It doesn't. Now, they ask about, well, what about muzzle? What about it being heavy? What about it 62 grams? It's not going to affect you. Now, if you was holding it out here all day and you was going to stand here for hours, maybe 62 grams, you could feel something, but the weight is definitely not going to be an issue for you. The holster situation would, but it's sturdy. I mean, you don't have to worry about bumping it or knocking it. You know, it's on there. So, is a weapon-mounted light for you? I don't know. That will be up to you. But again, it's an accessory that's very cheap, that's very well made, that can really come in handy and really light up a situation for you. Especially in, like I said, concealed carry course training, when you want to identify the threat and what's behind the threat. And that will certainly do it. It'll certainly light it up. And hopefully, anytime you draw, as I've always said, you have to be ready to use it because you're in a life and death situation. But hopefully, you can light them up and tell them, hey, get on the ground or whatever, and it'll diffuse the situation. But, there's a lot of pros and cons to a weapon-mounted light as far as, your holster, whatever the case may be, having to fool with charging the battery and stuff, but it may very well be worth it, okay? But again, I can't stress enough, this is not to be in place of your other flashlight, but let me know what you think. Again, we've talked about other videos with home defense and rifles. Let's keep it only to your EDC. Do you carry a light on your EDC? What kind of light do you carry? Do you have experience with this? Do you like this? Again, the big pros to me is the ergonomics of this. I absolutely love this. It's not in the way, it's not bulky, it's slim, it's profile. And again, I'll show you this gun is unloaded, so before some of you panic and say, oh my gosh, he's touched the front of a barrel, he swept his fingers, oh my goodness, you can see there's no harm, there's no magazine, there's no bullet. But what I'm showing you is this profile here is very, very sleek. I mean, there's no jagged edges. It's not something that's going to catch on your belt, pants, holster. I mean, you just get your holster that fits with this and you run. It's not going to affect you on the draw. Like I said, sticking way out or down here, you should be able to pull out and draw, no problem with this weapon mounted light. And the model is HL10. Let me know what you think. You carry one? You have one on your EDC? What's your thought about weapon mounted lights, pros and cons? Anyway, it's Thanksgiving Day. I hope you and your family had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We've been so blessed. I thank the good Lord above for his blessings. We got so much to be thankful for. Hope you and your family had the very best Thanksgiving ever. Would you do me a huge favor? Would you like, share, and subscribe? Would you like videos like this? I know a lot of you guys like the shooting videos and the range videos. We'll hopefully got some more of those coming in soon. We've just been extremely busy. But leave me a comment. Would you do me a huge favor? Like, share, and subscribe. We're so close to the 10,000 subscriber mark. Really mean a lot to me. Again, we don't ask you for much. We're not selling you anything. We're just here enjoying life, enjoying the 2A community. And I'm on Instagram, the Kentucky Patriot, Facebook, the Kentucky Patriot. If you would, look me up there. Just give me a shout. It means a lot to me. Love hearing from you guys. Wish you and yours the very best. Stay safe this holiday season. Just going to throw a quick tip in there. It won't cost you a dime. Pay attention. This time of year, it gets dark early. Shopping malls, secluded parking lots. Keep your head on a swivel. Keep your eyes open. Pay attention. Get off your cell phone when you're coming and going. Don't be looking down. Look around. Illuminate if need be with a flashlight. Have you a gun. Have you a knife. Have you a plan of attack. Have you a plan of defense. Sad world. Dangerous world. I want you and your family safe. May God bless you. I wish you and yours the very best. The Kentucky Patriot signing off.